Hey YouTubers, this is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my latest movie review on the last and final installment in the DCEU, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So this is about Aquaman adjusting to the throne and also being a father as well. Little does he know that Black Manta is out for revenge and wants to destroy Aquaman, his family, and the rest of his kingdom. And I have to say, this movie was pretty good. I don't see why everyone else hated it. It did have a few problems that I could see everyone complaining about. And also I really did enjoy this final installment of the DCEU, though I wish it wasn't the final installment, because I really was hoping that the DCEU would really go far. But again, it's time to close the chapter on a good franchise that had a couple of few good movies and some bad. But it still had a few problems with it. It really did. Let's start off with the positives and negatives, guys. First off are the positives. The actors in this movie. Jason Momoa as Aquaman. We loved him playing this role for the past few years. And again, I say this all the time, no one can play Aquaman like Jason Momoa can. And I made a rhyme, I'm sorry about that. But he is still the greatest king of Atlantis of all time. And playing his little brother Orm, Patrick Wilson, he is good as well, because we see Patrick Wilson, as most of you saw in the trailers, he's been in prison without water and all that, and he is completely dried out. But when he hits the water, we see a lot of action. Jason Moore and Patrick Wilson, you guys did great, and I don't care what anyone else says. You guys are great actors. You guys watched this phenomenal job, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for both of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys do many other roles in the near future as well. And seeing Queen Atlanta, played by Nicole Kidman, and Thomas Curry, played by Timur Morrison. All the actors did great. All the actors and actresses did great, and I have to say, I was blown away by their performance. Another positive is the bromance between Arthur and Orm. That was honestly pretty funny. I couldn't have imagined their bromance being the best bromance in all of DCEU history. And I have to say this. There were some funny moments between the two that I really couldn't wrap my head around. There was some weird, disgusting parts. There were also some funny parts as well. That I really did enjoy. I know I said it before, but I did enjoy it, because these two have the best bromance of all time. And it was just something that I could legit wrap my head around, and everything. It's just one of those things that I love. In the first movie, we seen these two hate each other, and now in the second movie, we see them come together to stop Black Manta. And aside from Thor and Loki, these two are definitely in the top one in the bromance. That you are going to enjoy once you see it. You'll know what I'm talking about when you guys see the bromance that happens in this movie. You really are. And another positive is, seeing Arthur become a father and balancing his king responsibilities. But seeing Jason Momoa play like a father, considering he is one in real life. Seeing him play this cool father role is just very sweet, and he really loves his family, and he is not. And Arthur makes sure nothing, and I mean nothing, happens to them in this movie. That's how much he loves them. And again, seeing Arthur Jr. in this movie, it's just so cute and adorable. It really is. He, he Arthur is a great dad. He really is, and Jason Momoa is a great dad in real life too. Kudos to Jason for being a one heck of a cool parent. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I apologize. Another positive I love is that well we get to see a lot of action scenes in here as well that really blew my mind. It was epic and mind blowing. It was pretty epic for sure. I know a lot of people didn't like some of the action scenes in this movie, but there were some that were still good. I can vouch for that because this is one of those movies that really brings the hype. And this is, again, the final movie in the DCEU. They really made sure to bring the hype in this movie that everybody is going to check out and love. And that's it for my positives. On to the negatives. The first negative I have is, well, I have to say the script was kind of slowish. It didn't really capture my interest. They need uh, they need to work on the script a little bit more. I know they had reshoots for this movie, but they cut out a few stuff in this movie that I really wanted to see. But it could have been better if they added all the stuff that they promised they were going to do in this movie. Because if they didn't cut out the stuff they said they were going to put in here, it would have been a really great movie. The script, again, needed work. It could have been better if they really put a lot of effort into the script. It was all over the place, and it just didn't really capture my interest at all. Uh, another another negative I have is, well, the visual effects in this movie weren't all that good. They they felt like it was just something that ugh, didn't really match the movie's magic like it did in the first movie. If they did, if they honestly made if they made the visual effects more appealing and more convincing, that's when I could have been more invested. If they did that, I would have loved seeing it. I really would have. They really should have stepped up their game on the visual effects. I can say that much. They really did. They really should have. And another negative I have is, I'm sorry, but Black Manta's motives, they really didn't they really didn't invest me in his character. The actor that plays him, the actor that plays him, he is a good actor, but he just really wasn't that convincing with his character. It seems like he was trying to like rush to get his role over and done with. And I think that ruins like the magic of the Aquaman sequel for me. If he honestly had another good motive, like I get he lost his father in the first movie, but this time I think he should have just had a good motive aside from trying to ruin Aquaman's family and his kingdom. I'm sorry, but he's still a good actor, but still, again, needed work. It could have been better if they had Black Manta do more interesting scenes and a bunch of cool epic stuff as the villain, but it just didn't sit well with me. I'm sorry. And that's it for the positives and negatives. On to my rant. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, again, is the final installment in the DCEU before the whole thing gets rebooted and we go to James Gunn's DCU. It does have a few good moments with with the cast. Then, and another thing is that they cut some of Amber Heard's scenes, and we all know why. We all know why they cut her scenes. We all can understand that. But it's still a good movie. I think if they worked on the visual effects a little bit more, I think this could have been a really good movie. And I know we had like I know there's been reshoots for this movie, and they had to cut a couple of scenes out that I really wish they didn't cut, because if they just stuck with the stuff that they said they were gonna put in this movie, it would have been so much better, because that would have made the movie more interesting to see and more hyped up for everybody. But again, the bromance between Arthur and Orm definitely was very convincing, and I loved every single moment of it. It was funny. There were a bunch of good moments that people are gonna laugh at, and it was still a bunch of heartwarming moments as well. And again, Aquaman being a father, that is one of the best things that I've seen. Jason, you are the greatest actor of all time, and you are a father in real life, and kudos to you for being a great dad on screen and off screen. This is one of the best roles that I've seen you play. And again, seeing him come back as Aquaman, it is great. And I really do hate to see him leave this character behind. And I really hope there's a place for him in James Gunn's DCEU. And the rest of the cast is just perfect. It's just perfect. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future holds for them, knowing we might not be seeing them for a while. Only time will tell what will happen. We never know. They might come back in the new DCU with different roles. We never know, guys. We never know. Only time will tell what will happen. But the rest of the rest of this movie, it was good. There were a few problems, as I said before. I didn't really enjoy a couple of scenes. Like, there was, as most of you already know, there was this new threat to Atlantis that, alongside Black Manta. I can't tell you, I can't go into spoilers, because you'll see, once you see it, you'll see what I mean. It didn't really invest in like the DCEU magic that it had. But it was still an interesting movie. It was about family, as most of the DCEU movies were about. It was about family and honestly doing everything to protect them. But again, I really did see that there was a few problems with this movie that they really need to work on. But it was still a fun movie to watch and enjoy and really get invested in, for sure. I definitely recommend checking this out, and be sure to stick around for the one post-credit scene that's in this movie. You'll be very surprised on what it is, and you'll have a good laugh with it. Trust me. And that's it for my rank, guys. On to the ranking. I give Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom a solid B plus. Solid B plus. Because I really did enjoy the movie a lot. Don't get me wrong. Jason Momoa is great as Aquaman. I don't see anyone else playing Aquaman unlike him. I really do hope, if the rumors aren't true, that he does come back as Aquaman in the new DCU. Only time will tell what will happen, as I said before. But the rest of the movie, the action scenes were pretty good, but it did seem like some of the movie was rushed in a way, because it seems like the cast just wanted to like get this movie over and done with and just get out of there, which I can understand. But the script, again, needed work. along with the visual effects. They definitely need to work on that, because if they did like what if they did work on the visual effects more, and added the stuff that they said they were going to do for the movie in the first place, it would have been a good movie, and it would have been very investing for sure. I think that's what would have worked. That's my opinion, guys. It really is. I really am hoping that, like, in some sort of way, we do see Jason Momoa come back in the new DCEU. It Because if he did, it would be really good if he did, because he's Jason Momoa. He honestly can rock any role. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Subscribe, because my goal for this channel is to reach up to 500 subscribers. Every sub helps, guys. And if you can help me out, that would be amazing. And share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.